How's it going, America? Let me get comfortable here. It's Joe back for round 2. Hopefully, I will have improved on what I'm trying to talk about and say. I'm a middle-class man. My family, my wife, we're all middle-class people. If you've never lived the life of a middle-class person before, then I don't see how you're supposed to help us. But we'll get to that, along with many other things, as time goes on, if you're willing to listen. Now I understand, yes, I'm doing something different. I'm trying to catch the eye of somebody willing to give Average Joe a chance to speak his piece, but also possibly help your children, my children, your grandchildren, my grandchildren, and on, hopefully, if we can solve what's going on about us today. Average Joe stands for the middle class. He is middle class, always will be middle class, loves to be middle class, but it's time that people stop putting their hands into my pockets and yours. There's so many ways they take the money right out of us. Average Joe might have some answers. He might have some ideas, some solutions, as well as many of you people in America right now. A lot of middle-class people have ideas, but what do we do with them? What do we do with our ideas? Most of the time we forget about them because we don't feel that anybody's really going to listen to us because of the fact that we don't make a lot of money, but we survive and we always will. Middle class is the majority of this country and every country in the entire world. Let's face it, middle class is the economy. We don't spend, the economy shows it. If we don't have the money, we can't spend. No more enticement, which is one of my nice words. No more of that. That has to come to a halt. Now, I wrote something a little while ago, because I've been working on this for, a good couple of years. And now I think I've finally gotten the courage to come forward. First and utmost, we are the backbone of this and every other country. I'm speaking about the middle class. We are the heart and soul of every nation. We are the dirt and the sweat whenever a shovel is planted. We are the go-getters in the 12 hours or more a day we will work to support our families and our jobs. We are the fists and the pride we have for ourselves in defending our country. We are also the underpaid, the overworked, and also overlooked by all of our world leaders of today. We're middle-class people. We don't live in the same environment as people who make a lot of money. One word Average Joe will stand for until the day he dies is affordability, America. Affordability. There is no equality in this country or freedom anymore. I don't see it. I really don't. And unless you've lived the life of a middle-class person over the last 3 years, you don't either. Most of you people in government, in politics, in Washington, you've never lived the life of a middle-class person, and if you did, it was many years ago. My wife and I do not wish to live the life that these people live. We're very comfortable in our jobs, in our situation, as one would call it. We've been married over 30 years. We have children, grandchildren, and now it comes to a point where Grandpa and Daddy sits back and says, well, You know, I can't leave them tons of money, but what if I could possibly do something to help correct some of the problems in this country with a little bit of your help, middle class America? Average Joe has ideas, if someone is willing to listen. We give people tons of money for no reason at all. Average Joe tells America right now, I do not wish to profit myself under the mask or my family in any way. This is not the reason I'm doing this. I need to protect my children and my grandchildren when I'm not here. Just like you. You don't live forever. You might live the hee life now, but let me tell you something. When you're not here, what are you leaving them? What kind of situation will it be in 30, 40 years from now? I do like Mr. Obama's thinking in a way. He is trying to look way ahead, which is what you have to do. And he's basically one of the first to actually do that. He's thinking ahead. I give the guy credit. Of course, I will always stand next to my president. I'm an American, a middle-class American, and proud of it. He will succeed if he listens to everyone. Middle-class people have ideas. You are not going to sit there and tell me that we don't have any. We can't help. You have a computer hotline where we're supposed to give you ideas. It's really not going to happen. Not that way. I love the tea parties and a little bit of picketing, a little bit of parading, town hall meetings. America finally is starting to stand up. The middle class is finally trying to get a voice. We need voices in America. Middle class do need representation in Washington. Maybe Average Joe could possibly be a beginning. I don't know. But I'm willing to give it my shot. Like I said, America, Average Joe promises, I don't want your money. I love my life. I love my wife. I love my children. I love my grandchildren. And more to follow. Hopefully. But I'm not sure what it's going to be like when Grandpa and Daddy ain't here no more. I'm not going to sit back anymore, America. From this day on, Average Joe takes a stand for the middle class and America. Let me check the camera. I want to make sure this is still working. Hey, still working. All right. Let's proceed, America. Well, yeah, I'll get back to that. First, let's go to not enough. There's not enough of this in America. Restrictions, limitations, rules to follow, laws, control, solutions, common sense, regulations. Common sense? Well, we'll get back to that. Trust me on this. I'm going to be working on this one. Accountability? Accountability? If we had done accountability and all these CEOs ruining the companies over the last 3 or 4 years, or even longer than that, that wouldn't be there. Honesty. Oh yeah, we need that. And a bonus round, our own voice. A middle class voice. What's wrong with that? I can sit here, I got notes, I got all kinds of little ideas and solutions, as does every middle class person. We do talk. Let's get to the other board, alright, America? Too much. Now this is too much. Greed. We all know about that word. Huh? Greed. I can talk for hours about that. Corruption. They go together. Wake up, America. They go together. Money abuse. We got triplets. No, money abuse, alright? I can talk for years about that one. Enticement. That's one of Average Joe's words. Enticement. Just think, America. Enticement. What does it mean? Credit cards. Houses and mortgages that you can't pay for. You're enticed to buy.